In this video series, we are going to create this Instagram post, and you can see it has 2 posts and also the username, the mini profile, and also the suggestions. And inside each post, you can see the number of likes, the captions, the comments, and also the input box. And we will start from the Instagram headers. And we already created this project before, so you can start with this project. And before we start, we have to make some adjustment on the header, so it will make more like a real Instagram. So we can inspect this, and we can make it larger. And you can see if we continue to make the screen size smaller, the input box will, like the real Instagram, it will disappear. So we will make this adjustment, and also we want to make this align with this line, so they are in the same line. So now we are going to our project, and we go to the headers, and then we go to the headers component, and instead of using the max width 6XL, we go to use 4XL. We create another div to create the div with flash and justify between, and the width is 4/6, and then we place all of these inside this div, and then we go to our web page, and now we can see a little bit adjustment, and we want to make this hidden. So now we go to our input box, and then at here we set this originally is hidden, and this is mobile first. So now we go to here and set if this is a medium-sized screen, we use flash. So now if we go to inspect and make a smaller screen, you can see the input box disappear, and when we become larger, the input box appear again. Now we go to create the feed component. So under the component, we create a new file called feed.js, and then here we type _rafce, and then we add the class name as grid, and then we use grid columns 1, and for the medium size we use grid columns 2, and the max width for the medium size is 3XL, and for extra large screen we use 3 columns, and for extra large screen the width is max width 4XL, and we have the margin horizontal auto. So now we create 2 sections. So you can see for the Instagram we have 1 section for the stories and the posts, and the other sections has the mini profile and also the suggestions. So we have to create 2 sections. So the first section we use 2 columns, and the background color is red. We just want to let you know which is the section 1. And then we create another sections, and we type this as stories and feed. Now at the other section, we create a background color of blue of 200, and then we type this is mini profile and suggestions. We have to back to the index, and then under the headers we import the feed component. Now we can see the headers, the stories and feed, the mini profile and suggestions will be placed at here, and you can see this line is on the same line, so the input box aligned with the stories and the feed. And before we move on, we want to make it more like a real Instagram. And if you look at this real Instagram, you can see compared with our previous version, the size of the input box should be larger and the icon should be smaller. And also the search, the first letter should be capital letter. So we have to correct this. And so the placeholder, we have to use the capital letters. And I also make a few changes I create a larger icon for using the H10, and also we use the round corner. We remove the round corner or use a smaller round corner with round SM, and then we place the item center. So these three things, the icons, the search, and also the search icon will be aligned vertically. And I also want to make this a smaller icon. So let's check this if we change this to H3 and H4. So this is much better. And I also use the flex 1, so because our size of the input area is larger, so we want to make it expand to occupy all the space left, so we use the flex 1. And I also change this icon size to H3. So now this is much better than before, so we can move on to the other sections.